Right, let's talk about horror films then. A bit silly, aren't they? So, horror movies. We've all seen them, haven't we? People screaming, running around in the dark, usually tripping over absolutely nothing. It's a bit daft when you think about it. The main characters, bless them, they don't seem to have much upstairs, do they? They hear a strange noise from the creepy, cobweb-filled attic where the last owner, mysteriously vanished. And what do? They go, I'll just go and check that out, alone, with a flickering candle. Honestly, who does that? It's like they're actively trying to get into trouble. It's almost a competition for who can make the worst decision. You've got these classic moments, the car that won't start, but only when the killer is slowly walking towards them. The phone line that's mysteriously dead just when they need to call for help. Or my personal favourite, reading aloud from a dusty old book bound in what looks suspiciously like human skin. Klaatu Barada Nikto. Oh, that sounds nice and harmless. What do they expect? A nice cup of tea and a chat? It's madness. Pure, unadulterated cinematic madness, but we watch it. Let's talk about the haunted house scenario. It's a classic. A family moves into a new home, great price, bit isolated, maybe a bit run down. Then the weird stuff starts. Doors slamming, whispers in the night, the dog starts barking at walls. A sensible person, a normal, everyday sort of person, would probably think, right, this isn't ideal, is it? They might even consider that the ridiculously low price for a massive mansion had a catch. And that catch is probably something with unfinished business and a penchant for jump scares. So what does Mr. or Mrs. Sensible do? They don't try to reason with the spectral resident. They don't set up cameras hoping to go viral on GhostTube. They pack, simple as that. Suitcases out, kids in the car. Sorry, spectral entity, but we've got school runs and mortgages. We don't have time for your poltergeist nonsense. They'd be gone before the first ghostly apparition even had a chance to properly manifest. Imagine the ghost, all ready for a good haunting, and the house is empty. Another classic, the strange noise. It always starts with a strange noise, doesn't it? A creak from the basement, a scratching sound from inside the walls, a child giggling when there are no children around. The standard horror movie response is, of course, to whisper, "What was that?" and then go towards it. Usually armed with something utterly useless like a rolled-up magazine or a small dog that's clearly more scared than they are. It's a recipe for disaster, really, every single time. Now imagine our hero or heroine has a bit of common sense. They hear the creepy child giggling in the cellar. What do? They turn the telly up. Simple. Drown it out, or they put headphones on. Section 4, sticking together, revolutionary, I know. The old let's split up gang routine. A true cornerstone of horror movie logic, or lack thereof. There's a terrifying monster, killer, or ghost on the loose. You're in a dark, unfamiliar place. What's the most sensible course of action? Obviously to divide your already small group into even smaller, more vulnerable units. You take the creepy woods, I'll take the abandoned slaughterhouse, and Daphne can check out the suspiciously quiet graveyard. It's genius, isn't it? If by genius you mean incredibly stupid. Now picture this. The group hears a noise. They're scared. But one of them, let's call her Sensible Susan, says, "Right, nobody goes anywhere alone. We stick together like glue. If one of us needs the loo, we all go." Bit awkward, but safer. The monster lurking in the shadows is going to have a much harder time picking them off one by one. It's going to be very disappointed. All that stalking, and now it has to face a united front. Probably just sigh and go home. Or try to take on all 5 of them at once, which rarely ends well for the monster. Section 5. So, shorter films then, probably for the best. So if horror movie protagonists actually used their brains, what would we be left with? Well, for starters, the films would be incredibly short, like 5 to 10 minutes short. Family buys haunted house, family sees ghost, family leaves, roll credits. Or teenagers go to cabin in woods, hear strange noise, drive home, the end. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? There'd be a distinct lack of screaming, gore, and people making terrible life choices, which, for some, might be a bit boring. The villains would be terribly ineffective, wouldn't they? The masked killer would just be some bloke standing in an empty house, wondering where everyone went. The ancient demon would be all dressed up with nowhere to go, its elaborate possession plans thwarted by a quick call to a sensible priest who says, "Nah, just move out, it's easier." It's hard to be terrifying when your potential victims are already on a flight to Barbados, having sold the cursed amulet on eBay. Slightly used, may contain minor evil. Think of the implications for the horror industry. Scriptwriters would be stumped. Subscribe and like for more what-ifs to tickle your curiosities. Thanks for watching.